welcome to the Big Game Tailgate. We're your hosts. I'm Deanne King.
And I'm Avery Cotton, and we're from WFLA in Tampa Bay, Florida. We are proud to say that we are from Tampa, which is the host city of the Big Game.
And for the next half hour, we're giving you an insider's look at Tampa for the 55th matchup of the Big Game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, but Tampa Bay really is a perfect area. We're the heart of Florida's Gulf Coast, which has breathtaking views of the waterfront, amazing attractions, and legendary food. Isn't that right?
That is definitely right. Can't wait to get to that. That'll come a little bit later. But back in December, the host committee announced that it had selected 28 nonprofits to receive micro grants through its Forever 55 Legacy Micro Grant Program. One of those recipients, we all know him, the Bullard Family Foundation. That foundation was started by Thaddeus Bullard, who most people know as WWE superstar Titus O'Neil.
I'll tell you what, if you live in Tampa Bay, you know Titus. Yeah. He is large in stature and personality, and besides being a wrestling superstar, he's a lover of Tampa. So Thaddeus took the Big Game Tailgate crew to some of his favorite spots in the host city. Take a look.
My name is Thaddeus Bullard. I'm also known to many as WWE superstar Titus O'Neil, and I've lived in Tampa since 2004.
Titus O'Neil!
I love the city of Tampa because I've had the opportunity to live here and see it grow. Just the city as a whole has become more and more vibrant each and every year. We are at the Tampa Riverwalk. The Riverwalk has been a great addition to a lot of people's intake of what Tampa really is about. And when they say sunshine and water and food, you can't get much better than to have a chance to take a stroll down the Riverwalk. Well, for anybody that's a foodie, you know, Tampa's not shy on great restaurants, and I have several great restaurants that I enjoy eating at. One of those restaurants being Eddie V's.
Hey Titus, how are you?
What's up, man?
Good to see you. Welcome.
Tell me what you got here for me,
Well,
man.
to start, we have a nice shellfish tower with some Maine lobster, king crab legs, shrimp, and oysters. I know that's one of your favorite right there.
Absolutely.
Then we have a yellowtail sashimi. More protein. Yeah.
More protein.
I know you like that. We have our signature lobster tacos, and we have our nice filet tenderloin steak tartare.
Which I see you got this. Please show me how to make this. Eddie V's steak tartare. Can't beat it. And now the fact that I know that I can make it because they showed me how to make it. Onions, capers, an egg, and high quality beef.
All right, Titus, and here we are for second round.
Round two.
The big boys in the house. We have a long bone tomahawk ribeye.
Tomahawk.
Yep.
A tomahawk ribeye. You're definitely gonna get full, and it's the highest grade of beef. It's a meat lover's dream.
Last but not least,
Sweet ending.
there you go.
The man.
We have our nice bananas foster flambe tableside.
Eddie V's is a great place for me to go to and enjoy things. And Chef Terolaro always makes sure that I have a huge amount of food to fill this huge body. Your food is great, man. Thank you so much for having me, Tyro. Another great place that I enjoy eating at, which is in South Tampa, it's called Forbici. A very good friend of mine, Jeff Gigante, had this cool idea to bring modern Italian to life down in the Hyde Park area. What's up, Jeff?
Hey Titus, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right, we got a lot of food here. You want to go through everything?
Yes, sir. Happy to have you
Tell me what
guys.
we got.
So, obviously, our Roman-style cup and char pizza. That's our gluten-free fusilli with the sirloin steak on top and the mushroom sauce. Cacio e pepe with jumbo shrimp. This is our Calabrian chicken wing with Calabrian chili infused honey. Then you've got the Titus O'Neil gluten-free cup and char pizza, because I know you like to watch your gluten.
Absolutely. Gluten-free cup and char is what it's called. Pepperoni pizza at Forbici is kind of sweet with the crust, but so savory with the cup and char pepperoni. It's very high-grade pepperoni. I can put that pepperoni on anything and it'll make it better.
And then, of course, I couldn't leave you without your sweet endings here.
Sweet ending. Cool.
Yeah, that's our extra olive oil cake.
Yeah, the extra virgin olive oil cake is my favorite dessert there. I feel like I can eat like 4 or 5 slices of it and not feel bad about eating it, so that's another good thing. I can't thank you enough. Every time I come in here, you take great care of me. I know that everybody that's coming down is going to get great food, great service, and they're going to be full, because I'm full.
That's great.
So we're here at the Riverwalk, and right along the Riverwalk is another place that I enjoy, especially for their grilled oysters, is Eulalie. Chef Quack.
Hey Titus, what's going on, brother? How are you? Good to see you. All right.
Dig into some of these great vittles. You want to explain to the good people what we got here at Eulalie?
Absolutely. So here at Eulalie, we only use the freshest and locally sourced ingredients, right? This is one of your favorites. They're Gulf Coast oysters. We char grill them on a 600 degrees grill with Parmesan cheese and garlic butter. Here is a locally sourced red snapper from the Gulf of Mexico with our jewel rice blend.
I don't know what seasoning they put on it. Whatever it is, I'm hopefully going to get that secret so I can fix it at home.
This is our native chili that we have 4 different wild meats in there.
Loaded and unloaded.
You can get it both ways. Some people like it hot, some people like it not.
And I do switch it up on you pretty regularly.
And there it is. And this is the piece de resistance, is our maple bacon ice cream. We hand make the ice cream here at Eulalie.
And all the cameras ain't here. You think you can give me the recipe for that ice cream?
I might be able to, slide you on the DL.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. Thanks, Chef. As always, Eulalie has terrific food, and you didn't disappoint again.
Great, Titus. Thanks to see you, brother.
Yes, sir. Tampa's the perfect city for the big game for a multitude of reasons. The weather is awesome. The community is awesome. We really like welcoming people and showcasing this city of Tampa and showing all the great things we have to offer, whether they want to eat, whether they want to do things that are active with their families. The list goes on and on. In moments, especially like where we are in society today, where we want to bring as much light as we possibly can, I don't see any other city being able to provide that light better than the city of Tampa.
Thanks, Thaddeus, and of course, I'm suddenly hungry.
Oh, me too. Stick around, we'll have more Big Game Tailgate to come.
Coming up on the Big Game Tailgate.
An Iron Chef and his daughters whip up the perfect burger for your football party. That's still to come on the Big Game Tailgate. Welcome back to the Big Game Tailgate. Jeffrey Zakarian wears a lot of hats. He is currently a co-host on the Food Network's talk show, The Kitchen, where he serves up real-world advice for home cooks. He owns several restaurants in New York and Miami, but his most important job is that of dad.
Absolutely. His daughters are following in his footsteps with their new cookbook, The Family That Cooks Together, and they took the Big Game Tailgate crew to the beautiful culinary hotel, the Epicurean, a hotel which is a foodie's paradise with 137 guest rooms and a kitchen theater.
I'm Madeline Zakarian.
And I'm Anna.
What's your last name?
I'm Madeline Zakarian.
And I'm Anna Zakarian.
And we wrote The Family That Cooks Together.
What about me?
I'm Madeline Zakarian.
And I'm Anna Zakarian.
And I'm Dad.
My favorite game day food is chili.
I think I love fish tacos. We usually sit around the TV and eat a lot of food, like chili, fish tacos, burgers.
This is the only time our parents let us eat food around the TV.
Yeah, it's a rule. But we try to do it differently. We sort of like course it, you know?
Yeah.
So the first quarter, we do this picky, snacky food.
Yeah.
Second quarter is kind of like the more substantial first course. And then there's halftime.
It's fancy.
Then we start to bring out all the stuff and watch the halftime show, right?
Yeah.
And then start of the third quarter, burgers come out, chili comes out, and then we just, you're on your own after that.
This is how you make our famous messy burger.
We're going to show a little secret how we do this at the Zakarian family, all right? So we're just going to put these in, and really important when you're doing a burger is to leave it alone, but the pan has to be scorching hot, and once you put them in, walk away. It's tough to walk away because people want to play with it and oh, I'm cooking and it's fun, and no, just walk away. Now, a lot of people don't melt the cheese enough. The cheese almost has to disappear.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but if the cheese isn't completely melted, it has a weird taste. It tastes half melted, which is odd. So we're just going to shut the heat off. So the heat is now off, and we're going to let that sit. The cheese is getting nice and sticky. I think I'm going to do the honors. Now, notice we haven't pressed the burger down. We haven't squashed it. We haven't put a hole in the middle of it. We've done nothing but lay it down. We flipped it once. Thank you. We flipped it once and once only. And then we turned it over, and it's nice and plump. See how plump it is?
That looks so good.
Right?
Oh, look at the crispy cheese.
Look at the crispy cheese. That's like just
That's,
not fair.
yeah, heaven.
So good. And there you have our messy burger from your book, The Family That Cooks Together.
Oh my God, this looks so good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Sign the painting. Boom. The thing about game day is you want to have something you like eat in a bite and have a fun experience, right? It's not just about getting a big plate and sitting down with a fork and knife. That's not what game day is.
I love these burgers.
What are we going to drink today?
We're doing a milkshake. Anne, are you ready to make our cookies and cream milkshake?
I am more than ready. This is one of my favorite milkshakes because it's a cookies and cream milkshake. I'm gonna add some chocolate cream filled cookies.
And you want to blend these first, right?
Not everything together.
We're gonna dump all this milk in here. You want to put some vanilla?
Some vanilla.
I think that's good, right?
Yeah. I love ice cream. Ice cream is delicious.
2 chilled in 2 cups, and I put these in the freezer for about like 30 minutes. This looks so good.
One of my favorite milkshakes.
It's so good.
Then there's a lot of whipped cream
Thick,
on top.
a lot.
I love this after a nice, juicy, chunky burger. It's like
You
a
ready?
nice chilled drink. Plop it on there. A lot of whipped cream.
Tons.
When we were making this in the book, I think it was one of the things we couldn't stop drinking. They had to tell us, stop eating the milkshake so we can take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Should we try it? Really good.
Tampa is a great destination for the game because
Team
it's such a
spirit.
small world and everyone knows each other and there's so many places to go.
There's also amazing, delicious restaurants and amazing places for everybody to go and to eat. Like Armature, there's Bayshore to walk on, there's Oxford Exchange,
Hyde Park
Hyde
Village.
Park. There's all these delicious restaurants that I love going to. No matter who wins, we're so excited that the big game is in Tampa. Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
May the best team win.
Yes.
Wow, what a great family.
Absolutely.
The Zakarian sisters are hosting a winter family carnival for the charity City Harvest. You can purchase a box that will be sent to a child who City Harvest serves.
In fact, all proceeds from this event will support City Harvest's work rescuing and delivering food to people in need. Go ahead, visit cityharvest.org to purchase a box, and we'll be right back with more after the break. The 55th big game is being held at Raymond James Stadium. Our home team plays here, and it's also host to concerts by some big name superstars like Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
So what's the stadium going to be like on Sunday? And most importantly, what can you eat?
That's the big old question. The big Game Tailgate correspondent Danny New took us on a little tour.
This week, right all around us, Raymond James Stadium is going to become the biggest stage in football. We're going to talk about all the food and the fun and what goes into putting on the biggest game in the world here at Raymond James Stadium. And we are now hanging out in the West Club with Senior Executive Chef of Legends, Jason Choate, who is responsible, very simple job, of all the food and beverage for Raymond James Stadium. Very casual. I can only imagine how much that gets multiplied when there's a giant game like this.
Absolutely, yeah. These big games really drive a lot of food. You know, we try and make sure that we're, we act like a restaurant with the best floor show in town. We smoke meats here. We cook as much from scratch as possible, of course, using some local partners as well. Some of the things you see here, we've got our house smoked brisket sandwich, frizzled onions, house-made citrus barbecue sauce, really shows Florida's citrus sauce, cheddar mac and cheese, and of course you can't come to Tampa without a Cuban sandwich. And we work with La Segunda Bakery, beautiful bread, house-roasted pork, ham, pickles, all the classic ingredients, and then of course our great partners over at Alessi Bakery.
So when you are planning to have this much food, even if this year has less people, it's still a lot more people and you have at your own party. Do you have to say like, hello, hi, I would like 3,000 pounds of brisket, please, from all my friends. How do you make those kinds of orders?
It is almost what you said. Hey, it's chef down at the stadium, and I'm going to need a pallet of brisket, a couple pallets of pork butt.
Pallets.
So
when we get to that big, the unit of measurement is now a pallet of brisket.
Yes. It's not like going to the grocery store and going, oh, I'd like that one.
Like a half pound buffalo chicken?
No, it is. And you know, and as in particular in years like this, working with the supply chain is a little challenging in these times. So we're working well out in advance to make sure we get what we need for the fans when they come to the big game.
Well, Chef Jason Choate, thanks so much for your time and
Thank you,
bringing this food out. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
3 seconds left. This is for all the marbles. I was gonna catch it. Oh well, but at least I have brisket to go eat. So, thank you, Raymond James.
Oh, it's going to be a great time, that's
yeah.
for sure. We highly recommend catching a game there if you can.
Highly recommend it. Now don't go away. There's more Big Game Tailgate coming up next.
Welcome back to the Big Game Tailgate. Floridians have waged war for years over the originator of the Cuban sandwich. Now, some say it comes from Miami. Others say it comes from Tampa.
Here's the thing. Our sources say Tampa holds the title of the inventor of the Cuban sandwich. We recently met up with Felicia Lacalle, owner of Cuba Cocina and a winner of the International Cuban Sandwich Festival, to find out why it's the best tailgate food.
My name is Felicia Lacalle, and I am the chef owner of Cuba Cocina inside of Armature Works located in Tampa. Cuba Cocina is a concept that is a modern Cuban cuisine restaurant. We wanted to bring something very original to Tampa, but very modern. We decided that we wanted to bring back all of Abuela's cooking, my grandmother's recipes, things that were from the culture, things that are from Tampa, and represent them in a modern way, and everything's made with love and passion. So the Cuban sandwich is something very familiar to me. Every single bite has something different to it, but then it's all together. And it was very important for me when I opened up the restaurant that we had the best Cuban sandwich in Tampa, so people knew, okay, this is what a Cuban sandwich is really supposed to be like. So we are an award-winning Cuban sandwich. We use the best ingredients. We marinate our pork in fresh mojo. We do not use anything that's bottled. We use the bread from La Segunda, which has been a bakery that's been around for over 100 years, and we use quality products. Who was the originator of the Cuban sandwich? For sure, it's Tampa. The Cuban sandwich was something that was made for the workers to come in and to eat of things that was left over, especially being pork. And then on top of that, we had a mix of Germans and Italians that were in the city, because we are a city that's mixed many origins of different countries and people who are, not only Cubans, but from other places. So we make a perfect Cuban sandwich by, number one, the bread. The bread makes the sandwich. You definitely have to go to La Segunda Bakery and go check out Copeland and see his whole entire operation. You're going to be amazed.
I'm Copeland Moore, fourth generation at La Segunda Bakery. My great-grandfather came from Spain to Cuba to fight the Spanish-American War, learned the art of making Cuban bread there, and brought it to Ybor City in the early 20th century. Our process here is all done by hand. It's a very arduous process that takes about 10 to 12 hours from start to finish to make a loaf. From mixing to molding to using the palmetto leaf, which is a tradition my great-grandfather started in the early 20th century, and creates a split on the top of the loaf. And that's a tradition here in Ybor City, and that's how people know it's authentic Cuban bread. From there, the bakers will take the bread and proof it, and then stick it in the oven when it's ready to go. The Cuban sandwich is important for the big game because it represents everything that Tampa is all about. There's a lot of history tied into the Cuban sandwich, from the bread, the ham, the pork, and all the communities of Ybor City that developed the sandwich itself. This community is extremely important for La Laguna. We've obviously been here a long time, and they've supported us, you know, since 1915. We love being here. We love having people come and visit us and tell us stories about how they grew up and when they came to the bakery, when they were children with their grandparents. And we see the tradition continuing on. It means a lot to us and everything that Ybor City and Tampa have given to us.
This is how we make the perfect Cuban sandwich here at Cuba Cocina. So first we start off with our Cuban bread from La Segunda Bakery. And then we're going to spread on our special sauce that we use. It's based off of mustard, garlic, and pickles, the same ingredients that we put into our Cuban sandwich. Next up, we're going to layer on our pickles onto the bottom of the bread. The pickles and the Swiss cheese are what bring the German aspect of it. Put our cheese on top. Then I'm going to layer our salami and our ham, which that's the Italian part of that. There goes our salami. There goes our ham that we layer on thinly, because we want to make sure that the bread and the pork are the stars here. So then we layer on our pork. We put on a big hefty amount, which our pork is marinated 24 hours in fresh sour orange, garlic, and oregano. And the last piece de resistance is we're going to press it with lots of delicious butter on top. And that's how you build the perfect Cuban sandwich.
La Segunda Bakery really is a Tampa institution for so many people. It's wonderful.
It is absolutely incredible. All right, well, that does it for the big game tailgate. Go out, enjoy the game.